So here are 6 hair transplant trends that have a good chance of taking over completely in 2026. And these trends might make 2026 the best time ever to have a hair transplant. Let's have a look. So the first trend is AI follicular planning. So this is basically when AI plans most of the procedure. And the benefit of this is AI is extremely good, better than any human at automated stuff. So counting the number of healthy follicles, mapping out where they should go, confirming the density and how many follicles the patient has. AI is unbeatable when it comes to this. It's much better than a human being estimating this with their experience or by hand, because then you get into the territory of, if the clinician or the team are tired, if they've done many procedures, their kind of performance drops. With AI, there's no such thing as performance drop. It's accurate, it never gets tired, and it's going to churn out the same consistent results patient after patient. And this is a game changer. The next one is one I'm really liking the sound of, and it's No Shave FUE. You might have heard it as UFUE or long hair DHI. It's got various names, and I really love this because you get to keep your hair long and still have your hair transplant. So the obvious benefit of this is that you get rid of that ugly duckling phase when you've just had a hair transplant. Your entire head has been shaved off. It's red, it's raw, it's ugly. And you see all these social media jokes of people on flights to Turkey or coming back from Turkey, and the entire row of the flight is men with that white band across their head, and it's just become a bit of a laughing stock. So you get to avoid all that, and this has really been popular with celebrities and high-level professionals who can't really afford to have their image messed up with for 3 months, and they want to go back to work straight away looking presentable. And I think this is going to be really attractive for a lot of men and women as well. So when it comes to Turkey, the hardest bit, the easy bit first, is finding the right clinic. But trust me, the hardest bit, by far the hardest bit, is getting with the best team within that clinic. Because these clinics are so big, they have multiple teams, multiple surgeons and technicians. Even if you find the right clinic, you need to get with the A team. And that's exactly what me and my team help you do. We help you find the right clinic, and more importantly, book you with the right team, with the A team of that clinic, so that we give you the best chance of getting the best results. So if that sounds like a plan, hit me up. The details are below this video. The next trend that I think is going to take over this year is machine or robotics assisted hair transplants. So the first one was having AI plan the procedure, as in analyze images and tell the team where to put grafts, how many grafts they have, that kind of initial planning. But I think AI and robotics are also going to creep into the actual doing of the procedures. So you're going to have robots that are doing the procedures. They already exist, but I think it's just going to become more widespread, and it's going to be assisted by AI as well. I think this is going to improve, provided that the team know how to use it. I think this is going to improve outcomes and performance. Things are going to look a lot more consistent. You're not going to be dealing, as I said with the first one, you're not going to be dealing with the issues of the team getting tired or doing multiple procedures. And I think indirectly, this might bring down costs, because if you have robotics assisted by AI, you can do multiple procedures very, very safely and churn out consistent results because you're not dealing with human labor. The next one is more about style. I think the days of people choosing ridiculously low hairlines that are hanging half an inch above their nose, those days are gone. I think people are a bit more savvy about what kind of hairlines suits them at their age. So the days of having results like these, which clinic I'm talking about that loves churning out these kind of results. I'm just joking. But you know which clinic I'm talking about. So those days are gone. I think we're going to see more of natural hairlines that are age appropriate. So they're going to be higher. The temples are going to be more cornered. You're not going to find much in the way of straight hairlines, and this is going to become a lot more common. And I think it's going to be driven by celebrities. I've seen a few celebrities. I'm going to feature one of them in the channel soon, who are having these kind of natural high hairlines suitable for people in their 30s and 40s, not someone who's 19. And here is the next one. And I think this one potentially might be the biggest breakthrough of 2026. And it's women's hair transplants, particularly when it comes to hairlines. I think this market is so undercaptured. So many women are already unsatisfied with their hairlines. They wish it was higher, they wish it was lower, they wish the corners were different. And I think a lot more of the clinics are going to be targeting women, and a lot more women are going to be saying, I'm gonna go do it. There's no, I don't want to live with something I'm not happy with. I'm gonna go and do that hair transplant and have the hairline that I've always wanted. But I think it's going to take maybe one or two celebrities to do it and share their results, and then you're just going to see you'll go bush. And by the way, a lot of these trends are already here. They've been here in 2025, in 2024, and before that, but they've just not gone proper mainstream. And this is what I'm predicting, that a lot more of them are going to go mainstream in a big way. So the next one is hair banking. So hair banking has been around for a long time, but I think it might have a resurgence in 2026. So hair banking is basically when you store some of your hair follicles for the future, so that if you need a hair transplant in the future, you have some hair to work with. So what they do is they store them in a specialized facility at things like minus 200 degrees frozen. That stops the aging process, and it stores them biologically for decades if needed. So somebody who's 20 can save their hair follicles now, and if they lose hair at 35 or 40, no problem. They have a bank of fresh, young, resilient, strong hair they've saved 15, 20 years before to go back to and have that amazing hair transplant. So I think this has a good chance of being big.